everyone, welcome back to Car Salvage 101. Welcome to the last of this one. 2012 non-categorised BCA purchase. No, it wasn't. What am I saying? Copart purchase. It is the last video, and if you haven't already seen what's gone on with this one, it was a Copart purchase, a customer Copart purchase. Ooh. But the reason behind it is quite obvious. It'd gone in for its MOT. The rear axle had sheared on the pans due to rust, and basically it had been picked up straight from the garage because obviously someone didn't want to pay for that, and went straight to Copart. And I got it. So yeah, an unrecorded 2012 76,000 mile 1.2 lounge, and it's all been done. But in this video we're just going to be covering the final paint jobs, the air conditioning, and the other little tiny bits and pieces to get it done and ready for sale. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get on with the video. We are finally going to start work on this bumper. So I think we're going to have to, well, it's difficult because if this was nicely all on this area, it would be all right, but obviously we've got it all over here as well. So it's just a case of working out how we're going to deal with this. Sanding it back, but I'm just trying to work out if I sand the whole thing back, or we just sand back the areas and then just do a light spray over and cut it with a Scotch guard just to key it up the rest of all this. I don't know, it's difficult. To be fair, I think we're going to have to just go with this section here. Anyway, let's get on with sorting it out. We have sanded back the spots that are all flaking off, and they're actually nice and flush. And then the rest of the areas have all been keyed up. So the lacquer, not the lacquer, why do I keep getting these wrong? The primer will stick to that without any problem at all. So, yeah, so I've got an hour. My plan is to get the primer on, 3 coats of that, let that dry, because it's not too bad today in regards to warmth, and then we'll come back to it this afternoon where I just need to sand it back smooth and then start applying the paint, and then we'll try and blend that through and in. Be quite difficult, I reckon, actually, because it's just here. It's not, it's not on a line as such, which makes it a bit awkward, but we'll give it a go. The primer is on, so I'm going to now leave that just to do its thing, let it dry out. We've faded it down the bottom here and around the sides, but don't need to go right into the nooks. Need to peel this back so we can not have such a straight line. Then we'll be ready to go with the paint, but it's definitely a lot better at the moment anyway. Then we'll need to start blending it through. Gulp. Yeah, so I'm going to come back this afternoon when that's had a few hours in the daylight and the reasonable temperatures, and then we can sand that back smooth. primered, cut back so it's smooth. We are ready to spray out and get this nicely covered. Hopefully, yeah, just colour matched with the 268. Just got to allow that wind to just slightly calm down, and then we'll start getting on the coats. And that is the paint job done. So I've just moved that back a bit further now. We're gonna go with the lacquer, and then hopefully everything will be alright. What am I saying? Everything will be okay. That's the main thing, isn't it? So let's go and put this paint back in and go and apply the lacquer. Right, we are a few days on now because, as you can kind of see, we've had rain. So I left this 24 hours. I'll go around there in a minute. I left this 24 hours after lacquering. So I just thought, yeah, let's just give that as much of a chance as possible to cure. I know you can technically do it within a few hours, but I just don't like doing that. And then I've 2000 grit it, and then I have polished it up. So that is the result. So we've blended it, as you probably know, up to about here. I think that's just polish that just needs, there we go. That's G3 that just needs rubbing off. Then that just all needs proper cleaning up, the whole rest of the panel. And then we've got a nice shine on that. It's nice and smooth. I'm quite happy with that. Colour match is not 100%, I'm not gonna lie. It's slightly off. Again, on camera these things always look a bit worse than they actually are, but this panel seems a bit more creamy and this seems a bit more white. Normally I haven't had a general issue in the past, but then I don't know, it's hard to say, isn't it, how when it comes to colour matching just exactly what's going on. But I haven't cleaned the car, so that might improve slightly. But yeah, the main thing is though that it's sorted out and it's not too bad. Right, trying to think, we've got one more thing to do I think on this one, and that is that there is a squeaky slave cylinder which just needs lubing up, and then we can have the full car cleaned, the hubcaps can go on, and we are done, and this can have its final photos taken and get ready for sale. It's now the cleaning stage. So as per the white, I'm just going to iron X out any problems we've got. So I've just wetted the bodywork, and yeah, we're going to iron X it just to see what kind of runs we've got. Just trying to avoid the sun too much because it's shining right down on me right now. So yeah, right, hopefully this will be clean before you know it. Right, don't want to let this dwell for too much, but it is pretty bad, as you can probably see. Although not so much this side, although it's just generally quite bad. I mean, what's going on here, I've got no idea. Right, let's just turn the water off. Yeah, not good. This paintwork is pretty bad. So let's give it a hose down, and then we'll start on the bucket method. On goes the tar and glue remover. So you can see we've got a lot going on there. So I'll just take that off with a microfiber towel. Right in this side. This side, not too bad, not as bad. Got a few bits a bit up top here. So yeah. Right. So it's white, so it's quite easy really to clean. Windscreen could do with a... Well, we're just going to use some glass cleaner for that. But yeah, right, where is the microfiber towel? Right, let's quickly find one. Okay, we are clean. This is the place that I'll do the photos. And yeah, we are all good to go. So she's turned out reasonably quite nice in the end. I'm quite happy with everything. Unfortunately, I would say I've had the photos taken. We have had rain in the last 24 hours. So we have got that sort of, unfortunately, slight dirty look on the windscreen. And we have just started to rain now. But yeah. But she is good to go. Quite happy with everything. What I've got to do, nice inside, but we can do the pricing up. I'll get back home, we'll do the pricing up of her, because we have actually thrown a few things at this one, tiny bit more than I thought we would, so it has crept the price up, but yeah, we are ready to put her up for sale. Right, let's get her back and ready to go. What I've noticed with this is that the aircon is not blowing cold. So, purchased one of these many years ago, never got around to using it. Don't know why, always ended up going to like an ATS or something because they had deals on. So I'm going to actually just try it today. So, because I've tried it a while ago, this is already connected. So all we're going to do is give it a shot. So we're going to connect it to the end pipe there because that's the pipe that fits into this one. Then we're just going to see whether or not we can regas it or whether there is more of an issue other than just a regas. Hopefully there's not. So yeah, wish me luck. We'll plug it in, we'll see how we get on, and hope for the best. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this project, end of this car, and it's currently up for sale. Weather's a bit crap outside, so we have come in here. And what does it owe us? So I can break it down for you. There's quite a few parts on this one because, yeah, someone hasn't really taken a massive amount of care on it, I don't think. So, out the door from Copart, it was £1,034. Delivery, 160. Then we've had the rear axle plus fitting. So rear axle, yeah, and labour, £280 in the end for that. That included the rear brake lines as well. So yeah, that was that. 2 new rear shockers, obviously had to go onto the axle. MOT, we have replaced the driver's side shock absorber. We've done rear hatch wiring loom as well. And I've done a spare key because I do a spare key for all of my cars. And then it was a oil service as well. So we'll just run that through. So it's 280 for the rear axle and fitting. Rear shocks were £26.41. MOT 50. Driver's side shock absorber was 45. Rear hatch wiring loom was 27.91, and the spare key was £13. Oil and filter came in at 18. So in total, this owes me 1,655 all in. So there we go. Will we sell it? How long will we take to sell it? It's an unrecorded, don't forget, unrecorded car. And it drives fine, absolutely fine. No issues with it whatsoever. For the year, the mileage is roughly about right. So that brings us to the end of that car. Now we are end of August, and just to let you know that a couple of weeks ago I posted a video on another 2012 car which I got from BCA in Bristol, which was a category N. That was a quick turnaround of a car. That's already gone, already sold that. That's gone. So yeah, we are down to 4 now. The Black Sport, the 2009 Lounge, those two on the driveway. This one, which is what this video is all about, and then the Popstar as well. So I think the Popstar is going to be next to get sorted or to get out and ready for sale. So yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Always hit that subscribe button, hit the like button for more videos as we keep going through the year with more and more content. So yeah, and if you've got any comments or any questions that you have about anything, then don't forget to hit the like button. Until next time, see you all later.